What's going on, my dudes? This is Mr. Gardner, and this is Math Time with Mr. G. Today we're going to work on factoring. What factoring means, it's the opposite of double distribute. Just like the opposite of multiplication is division, the opposite of addition is subtraction. Factoring is the reverse of double distribute. So there are three different ways that we can use to try to solve factoring. Because factoring sometimes confuses people, I'm going to show you the same problem three different ways, and I don't care which method works best for you, just that a method does work. So there's some pros and cons to each method, and we're going to go through the pros and cons and then do the examples. So AC, then grouping. The pro is that it's real simple, but the con is that it takes a lot of guess and check. The next one is the lazy AC. The pro is that it's real quick and gets you to the answer. The con is sometimes it doesn't work for more complex examples. And then the last one is slide and divide. Slide and divide is super good when we have easy numbers to work with. The con is it sometimes creates fractions. So let's find out which method you like best. The first one is the AC then grouping method. So what we do is we're going to create a giant X, and then we're going to say A times C and B. Remembering that A times C is multiplied and B means add. So with our example here, we're going to multiply A times C and get negative 24, and then my B term is negative 5. So what we do is we're going to make a list of every combination that would get me to negative 24. So negative 24 times 1, and then I'm going to do that all the way down. This are every single combination that multiply to A times C, and then we have to find a combination that gets us to negative 5. Negative 24 and 1 could get us to 25 or to 23, depending on how we added and subtracted, but neither of those are 5. 12 and 2 can get us to 14 or 10, and 8 and 3 can get us to 11 or 5. So since we said or 5, this is our winning combination. So that is the AC part. Now we have to do the then grouping. So we have a choice. We can put 8 next to this 4 or 8 next to this negative 2. And what I mean by that is I'm going to split up this negative 5 into negative 8x plus 3x. When reduced, gets me back to negative 5. But I put the 8 close to the 4 because now I can pull out the numbers and letters in this front half. So 4 and x can get pulled out, leaving me with x minus 2 on the inside. So if I were to distribute this back in, I would get this set of values. And what's useful is by doing that to the back set, I can pull out 3. But if I had swapped these and had 8 with the 6, I could pull out a 2, and then 3 with the 4, I couldn't pull out anything. So that's why we put like numbers close to each other so we can pull out stuff. So now you'll notice I have x minus 2 and x minus 2, which gets me to x minus 2 times what is left over. So if we have matching pairs, that gets written in front, and then what we pulled out gets written together in the back. So if we wanted to check to see if this worked, I could double distribute and I should get back to this answer. All right, lazy AC. So we should get the same answer, but we're going to do the same thing that we did before. And we know from the previous example that the combo that gets us there is negative 3 or negative 8 and 3. So what we're going to do is I'm going to write this front number of 4x twice. And you're going to say, Mr. Gardner, stop. 4 times 4 gets me to 16, doesn't get me to 4. That's the lazy part of this. So follow me, and then we'll see if we get. So now we have our combo, and I need to put it in both of here. So I have negative 8 plus 3. And you told me that's not true. We have to reduce one of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to say which one of these two is reducible. Well, 4 and negative 8 I can divide by 4. And then this back one, it's not reducible. 4 and 3 do not go into each other. So we just rewrite it the same. So if it is reducible, we do. If not, we rewrite it. And we just rewrite this front term twice. My last strategy is slide, then divide. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this a term because it's making it complicated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from here and slide it to the back. So now I'm going to have x squared minus 5x minus 24. Then I'm going to say, hey, can I factor that? And my combos that get me to it are x and x to get me to x squared, and then negative 8 and 3 get me to 5. You know from the previous examples that this is not true. So we have done the slide yet, now we have to divide. What we do to divide is we're going to divide the back term by 4. This front one simplifies super easily to negative 2. And this back one creates a fraction. We can get rid of that fraction by multiplying by the number on the bottom to both terms. That will make this fraction go away and leave us with plus 3. So to review, we slid this number to the back, factored this easily, and then the number that we slid, we had to divide by. All right, you guys, tell me which method you like best in the comments section. But other than that, be kind to each other, ask lots of questions, and think deeply.